Hey yo,
Bust down, Pantheoners. I want to hear you bust down. What up, brother Stark? Your CP time.
you want to get us to start? Oh wait. Did he just pop in?
Hmm? Give him a little second. Oh, hello! Look at the man.
What's up?
What's going on?
What up, though? Hey man, you gotta finish dinner, bro.
You don't got to start the stream eating.
You got to.
All right,
Got to.
guys.
I got an excuse.
All right, guys. Sure, you got your excuses. Yeah, absolutely. So we're
Darius
glad that
just getting off work. I got kids. Like this is the only time to eat. You know what I'm saying? Right now.
Understood.
Get the
Hi,
mic
welcome
to the child. It's crazy.
Welcome to Pantheon. On this Thursday edition of Pantheon, because sometimes we do Fridays. I don't know. Shout out to Josh. On this
Are we
Thursday
live?
edition, yeah, we're live.
The hell?
Were you gonna say something that needed
I
to
just
be said?
did. No, I just didn't know we were live.
Yes, sir, Ski.
As he takes another bite. Oh, I didn't know we were live. So,
Well, shit. Let me finish. Go ahead, bro. Finish.
oh yeah, today we're gonna be chatting about MJ, Michael Jackson, and some good news, some developments, something to go forward. And we are also going to be chatting about some of the SDCC news items. There wasn't many, and I don't expect it, but we got 3 more days of panels and everything. Probably next week's Pantheon will be more of that, right? Or you guys can check out Back of the Bus when they're chatting about it on Sunday during their stream. So we're going to talk also about somebody named Hulk Hogan. What you gonna do, brother? We're going to celebrate the life and times of the positive figure. You weren't on camera. I wanted to see your reaction to that one. We're going to chat about a brand old movie called 40 Acres that I've never heard of. And I'm going to just talk about it for a little bit because things like that happen. But we do have to begin with something Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four First Steps, as it's called, has come out. Is Thursday. This is a good day. You know, we got comic book movies that we care about A-list stars, the Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family, people who are intertwined in every major Marvel event, including the upcoming Secret Wars movie, which is adapting the Reed Richards as the leader movie. So one of us on this panel has paid an IMAX ticket at 2:40 local time to check out that film. And you better not take no bite because this question... I want to know, Darius, I want to know what you thought of the film.
Fantastic Four. No pun intended. I like everybody else's review. It was fantastic. But it's different than Superman. It is better than Superman, as I said it was going to be. I said it's going to be better than Superman. It's better than Superman, and that's not bias or anything like that. The difference in the Superman feel was like, you know, spectacle, fun, boom, boom, boom. I've seen Superman now 4 times. It is not. I personally don't have the same. I still love it. I don't have the same high that I was on when I came on that Thursday and talked about Superman. And this could be Fantastic Four jitters too, and whatever, but Fantastic Four was really good. It really was. It didn't feel like Marvel's back type of deal. It felt like Marvel's figured it out. It's a different tone than anything they've done before. There's not a whole lot of action. But the family themselves, that cast, they really do carry. And I really do owe Pedro Pascal an apology. He understood the character. He really, 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 really played Reed well. Like, really well. Like, I believed he was Reed. But you believe that the whole cast is the first family. They're phenomenal. Shalabar was great. Julia Gardner, she's great as the Silver Surfer. Of course,
as a Silver Surfer. But yeah.
Galactus was great as well. The scope of Galactus and how big he was, it was really, really good. Again, not a whole lot of action, but the drama, the family tone, the whole built universe they have over there. I don't want to say built universe, but the built New York that they have over there. It's good. I like it. I really do. It has rewatchability. It feels like it's a step in the right direction, but then you think, okay, well, we still got Wonder Man and those things. But as far as
Eyes of Wakanda,
yeah, as far as things on the silver screen go, and after this, you got Spider-Man 2 Avengers film. So I think they knocked it out of the park with this one. I really do. I really do. They did a good job.
there was something in the very last trailer for this film that had me like pause, and I had to rewind it back to make sure I heard what I heard. And I was like, yo, why wasn't that in the very first trailer? Like, you could have popped out, had him say that, cut the trailer right then. Boom, I'm in. Okay, bet. Yeah. I'm there for that. Like the kind of build up, the family ties that you're talking about. I think I know where that's coming from, and why they didn't lean into that from day one, and kind of leaned into this whole whimsical movie of the time, like kind of playing up the setting and the time, the period of it all. And like, that's not what you sell, man. That's not what sells the movie. What sells the movie is I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but
in
like
a trailer, you can say it.
Okay,
I know what it is too.
A mother's love for her child, and how that ends up saving the world, or maybe not. You know,
That was
twist of it all.
That was actually my next point I was going to get to was
In between
Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah,
Vanessa Kirby is, whoa, man. I put her up there as far as, like I said it on Twitter when I was talking to GeekyCast, as far as presence on screen, being a badass female hero. I mean, just a badass in general. Even when she was out of costume, she's up there with Olsen, like Elizabeth Olsen. Like, really, bravo, flowers to Vanessa Kirby. I think she is going to easily, once the next time we all see her on screen, become a fan favorite. She was great. The mom thing, the whole leaning into the mom saving the world, I feel like that's not a spoiler. I mean, everybody knows the Fantastic Four do win. Galactus loses. Like, that's in the trailer. Like, it's not a thing. Like, so everybody knows that. She's great. Like, the mom thing, yeah. Like, you believe that shit. There's a particular scene that I can't wait to talk about because it's more on, it's not a spoiler, but it's not anything spoiling, but I want to talk about it with you guys. It's between her and Pedro. That was such a damn good scene. That the dynamic between the two, the way they feed off of each other, the lines they both had, again, in that moment. It was that scene in particular where I was like, God damn it, Pedro Pascal is Reed Richards. Like, he sells it, bro. He sells it, and she does too.
They're going to have to either admit to the world that they together, or they're going to have to take their damn hands off each other. Okay? Because I'm starting to get uncomfortable. Two married folks, she pregnant as hell. Got his hands all up on her. She touching him. They touching each other. Oh yes, Pedro. Answer the questions, Pedro. He all up on. Man, if I was her husband,
that's her shield.
Her what was that?
Her shield. She gets to say, "I got this baby." This is clearly I'm not into him. Well, what you think I would do this if I were pregnant?
It's very personal. It's getting very personal. But no,
you definitely believe they're married in this film. Oh yeah.
I'm glad that some of excuse me, Jesus. Some of the, unlike Superman, some of the leaks for this movie seem to have proven and not necessarily be true, especially in regards to Vanessa Kirby and her role in the movie. That kind of, what's that?
You saw it too?
No. I'm saying based off of Darius's description, it doesn't really seem like a girl boss, and Reed Richards is in the background, not really doing anything. Doesn't really sound like that's how it went. On top of that,
Reed's forefront.
He's the guy.
He's the leader.
And then on top of that, gives me confidence about Johnny, right? And his depiction. Joseph Quinn's comments aside, I haven't really heard too many reactions that were negative about the Human Torch. So, which is a
Johnny's
really
great,
hard character to mess up anyway. So
he's great. There's a few added things like the whole Johnny not chasing tail deal or Johnny not being Johnny that they tried to put out. Johnny's Johnny. He's definitely Johnny. The only thing I'll say they added to him was a little bit of brains. He's not as smart in other iterations that we have seen him in. Even Evans's version wasn't as smart as this version, but he plays that role very, very well. You believe the whole cast is family, but you believe they're brother and sister. Like it's great. It's great. It really is great.
How'd you like the post credit?
Go ahead, bro.
I've seen the post. I saw the post credit. I talked about the post credit. I saw the post credit before I even saw the film. Absolutely terrible. Dog shit.
How do you see it? See, you too in depth into the damn scoops. You be
I
messing
saw it.
yourself up.
But I wanted to see it. You know, I wanted to see it, and then even when I saw it this time, I was like, ugh, that just, maybe. There were people in the theater. I didn't hear anybody be like, or oh, there was none of that. There was like some chatter, but there was no gasp or whimsical anything like that. There was nothing like that. It was just there it is. I remember I talked about that a long time ago. I said they needed that post-credit scene to really
do something.
Yeah.
What's next on the film? Like
Spider-Man.
And
we know
that day.
Brand New Day. That's the next film.
Sheesh.
So you needed some doomsday interconnectivity.
You definitely needed, because the Thunderbolts post-credit scene is not enough. It's not enough. This post-credit scene is not enough. For how much you're paying Robert Downey Jr., you can't tell me you can't show your face on. Yeah, no. If we need you on screen, you're on screen. They should have really juiced it.
Let me ask you this: Does this make it easier for a film like Doomsday? Do you feel like it's kind of cushioned the expectations for that, or does this make it even harder for films like Doomsday? Do we still not have the momentum that we need to go into a film like that after you've seen Fantastic
I still don't think the momentum's there. Fantastic Four is a good film, but we all knew after Fantastic Four, obviously the next thing was Spider-Man, then Doomsday. We all said that's not, especially when they changed Spider-Man from being interconnected to all of that. I mean, it's still connected, but it's more of that grounded level instead of being that Battle World rumored film that was going to be. So now that's not that, you have nothing gearing you in between this and Doomsday. So we're just jumping into Doomsday.
So it's just gonna start. We're gonna be on this weird ass world. We don't have any idea what's going on. We're cold.
Just jumping in.
Okay. All right.
But during the 2-hour movie, do you feel that something happens in here that we need to see to understand Doomsday? Or could this movie completely not have happened? And if we see the Fantastic Four show up in Doomsday, we'll just go, oh, they're from another universe. Like, is there plot forwarding? Is there world building advancing? Because, my problem was there's a foreign universe. Who cares what that happens? They go to space. Oh my God. Are they going to see Nowhere with the head? Actually, it's a different universe, so they might not even have the same. So, my problem. I'll restart the question because I rambled. Does anything happen in Fantastic Four that advances the overall plot that'll even affect the MCU?
No. Let me think just a little bit here. No.
No throwaway line about incursions.
The word incursion is not even mentioned, and that's another problem. It's like, what are we doing? But here's the thing too. The only thing that you could say, and this is not a spoiler because it's in that 5-minute clip, and I think it's in that last trailer, is all he says is multiverse. But he doesn't. It's not like implied with what we've seen. It's just like he knows about a multiverse. That's it.
That's throwing a bone. You hear that, guys? But that feels much like the Brave New World post credit. So lots of things are gonna happen. You hear that, guys? But the story.
I've run the calculations. There's only a few things that can happen. They're
I forgot.
coming.
I forget about that post-credit scene. That shit is funny though. But no, there's nothing. So again, from here to Brand New Day to Doomsday, Robert Downey Jr. hasn't shown up. There's nothing. So when he shows up, it'll be the trailer and the movie, and maybe a post-credit scene or something in Brand New Day. I don't know. Maybe, because again, I think he's asking extra money to show up in extra shit.
Extra money,
which is crazy. I don't know that for sure.
Extra.
That's just out there. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't know
this
that
is
for sure.
extortion at this point. This is
Because there's no reason, bro. So again, if Kevin Feige claims up and down that they knew about this pivot 3 years ago, before Ant-Man, I know, lies, before Quantumania, then that means you would have had this shit figured out. Why the fuck aren't we seeing Doom? We should be seeing Doom. We're not seeing him. So
can we go to that, please? Can we go to this farce of an interview, or are we still talking Fantastic Four? We haven't talked about how much we think it's going to make. This is opening weekend. We should at least talk about that before we leave. But I want to
lastly, before we get to the those two things, the Thing, great. Eben Moss is great. Yes, Ben Grimm is he's really good too, really good. And that whole cast, how they went, we went from fucking Margot Robbie, what's his name over at House of Dragon, dude from Lucifer, the Patel dude, we went through all these different casting names and all that to find, and they nailed it. I'm so glad that again, when it was announced, I was like, Pedro Pascal. But boy, does he shut haters up, because I was shitting on it the whole time.
I'm still a Franklin guy, or Krasinski guy deep down. I can't let it go.
Cool. Does he say it's clobbering time when they're in the sky and Johnny says, "Say the word"?
No, don't.
That's a spoiler.
Don't ruin stuff.
That's
that
a
means
spoiler.
he
I
does
can't give
that means
one.
he does say it. That's confirmation.
That's not what it means. It just means don't ruin it. It's a surprise.
I want to read Grand Regent Threg said earlier, I think so. What? You said that would be spoilers. Forget it. We can't do that. What we can do, though, is ask Darius more questions. You said you saw it at 2:40 in Oklahoma. How packed was the cinema?
There were probably about 50 of us in there.
Did you wait in line for popcorn like longer than you would expected to wait? Were they understaffed, overstaffed? How was it?
No, I keep my bucket, so I get to go to the front and get my refill. That bucket from this one, that's my bucket from Lilo and Stitch. Yeah.
But you getting less popcorn. Like, you got to go back to get your refills in the middle of the movie. Like, I get my refill at the end when I'm walking out.
No, I get it at the beginning.
You get your free refill. But would you put the other bit of popcorn?
No. So after
he carries the hat everywhere he goes. I need some popcorn.
What the hat's for.
You refill.
I keep my bucket, so I just walk in before showtime with it empty and be like, "Can I get a refill?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they refill, and I go about my day. Go into the theater.
So while you sitting there watching the previews and shit, you smash it. Then you go out, get your refill, and then watch the rest of the movie with the new bit of.
No. I walk in I come into the theater with an empty bucket.
Right.
Then I go to the concession stand
and
have them fill it up.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Then I go sit down and watch the movie. And that's just one. But they think it's a refill.
No. Oh, okay. Oh,
yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah, say less.
Yeah, I'm not paying $20 3 times this month, brother.
Yeah. Okay. No, now we here now. I understand now. I get you.
Yeah.
Everyone who did see the Fantastic Four First Steps movie, out of 10, give us your number in the live chat. Let's hear it. Let's hear what the people who have seen it. I know you're enthusiastic, but you're also respecting us and not giving us spoilers. Let's see a number. And don't give me a 7.1. I just want a straight up number, please and thank you. Our Grand Regent Drag begins us with an 8 out of 10. Andre Ware with the 7. Lawrence is giving it. Oh, sorry. Johnny is 10.
10. Ooh.
Lawrence with 8.
Okay.
8.
Well, hold on. That 9 out of 5 just reminded me about Darius. So Darius, you gave Superman a 9.5. You gave it a very high score.
That's true. I did.
This is higher than this. Got to be a 9.
Yeah, I won't give it a 10-10 because it's not a perfect film. Yeah, 9, 8, 9, 7, 9, 8.
All right, fair enough. As long as it cleared it.
Yeah. Now on how much it's going to make to infinity and beyond Superman, I believe. Is it
this
word of mouth?
Does it look better? The word of mouth. You think it's going to leg out?
I think it's going to leg out better. It as far as look goes and everything. I like the look. Like I know they shot it with a different camera lens and everything like that. Like it's really got that 60s. And it's a different type of 60s. It's like obviously we knew it was futuristic, but there's still like cars on the ground and in the air. So it's
cars in the air, like it's okay.
It's interesting.
So it's like a Jetsons situation.
Yeah,
they live in Jetsons world.
But there's also some on the ground, and I really truly believe they're the only heroes in that. I think so. Or it's like the MCU. Whenever there's a world-ending conflict, only one hero goes at a time.
Okay.
A world-ending conflict. I want to know the Wakandans are ready to fight Galactus.
Yeah, but I feel like what's his name? Sentry was world-ending, and we got Yelena, Red Guardian, and so it's like and it was in New York, so where was Spider-Man? Where was Daredevil? So I feel like it's like that kind of, maybe it's that same concept over there. It's like, oh, they're here, but they're not on the camera right now.
I could give Thunderbolts that because it just happened. Like, Spider-Man could be on a subway, he could be doing anything. He could be in a movie theater and not realize that what's going on. So it all happened so quickly. Galactus.
I kind of hate that though. I hate that so much happens in one city and so little people come to the call of action. Like even in a kind of throwaway nostalgic way that they could do some of this stuff, how they could utilize some of their smaller characters. They don't really pay homage in that way. They don't pay fan service in that way. Like to kind of pay for your suspended disbelief, they don't pay it back with spectacle. So if I'm going into this as an adult and I'm suspending my disbelief about, swinging men in between buildings and flying suited girls, then pay that off, right? Like if Punisher stumbles into New Jersey, he might just bump into Miss Marvel or some shit like that, or, vice versa. If Spider-Man's in Hell's Kitchen, he's going to see Daredevil. It should be connected that way. That's the fun thing about comic books.
Yeah,
it should be.
We need more characters who are trapped in other universes like Monica.
Somebody come tip her. She's dancing like a stripper.
Michael Nemo with the $5 super. Marcus, when you eat that refill popcorn, are you eating it just thinking about the film you just saw?
Facts. I'm usually in the car or right outside of the theater, giving my out of theater, just smashing the popcorn. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, okay, I told you I keep my bucket, so
no, yo tick, that's gonna get me in next time. No more needs to be explained. I'm doing that.
Like when I the other day I just was craving popcorn. Went up there, got a refill and bounced.
Oh yeah,
got a refill and bounced.
Oh yeah, he pushing the line. See, they gonna catch him on the camera.
But the Warren is so big and so busy. It's like there's 4 concession stands.
People walking in.
Yeah, they don't know. They know. I didn't even get these tickets scanned. I'm about to. No, I'm joking. I'm about to stop buying tickets, but no, they never scan my ticket ever. I just walk in.
Oh no, they get my tickets now. See, you got they loosey goosey down there.
Yeah, no, the Warren is different. Jurassic Park.
Right.
7.2, Superman 8.4, Fantastic Four 8.5.
I can agree. I can agree with that because Rebirth, even though it's probably going to make more than both of them, was
Both of these
shit.
films, yeah.
Superman, I agree with that, and I agree with that for F4.
It just got a little dumb, like in the middle of the movie when they picked up that family.
Man,
It was just like, yo, why are they here, bro? Like they fucking a lot of stuff up right now. It got a little bit annoying.
That little girl should have died in that raft. They didn't have the balls to kill her, but she should have died.
They all should have died. Like we should.
Yeah, they really all should.
Shouldn't even been seeing them.
Man.
But no, I'm excited to see it. I don't know when I will. I don't know. You probably won't be getting a review from me, but I want to see the film at least.
July
you should see it. You said July's what?
It looks like July is the fun month. It looks like, while we were always talking about box office, because of the quality of the 3 films, we can enjoy that too and talk about that.
Absolutely.
Pam asked me if I was using a promotional one. No, I have just the regular one. That Reed one, I couldn't do the 40 and I couldn't do the 80 for that Galactus.
80 for Galactus? Man. Yeah, hell no.
Couldn't do it.
Brian, I saw this clip and I told Darius that when he stretches, he makes the same sound effect of flipping like the spider webs, and I thought that was too similar. And then he in chat laughed me out of the building. I didn't like the way he stretched and the sound it made. Not the stretching, the sound he made.
Yeah. Reed's powers, the way I will say I wish we could have had more like cartoony stuff like with Reed, like him going like wide blanket like, or that whole when he does that bald thing with Ben, a bunch of different stuff like, but it was more so with Reed. It was just a whole lot of arms. Look, I stretch. it really wasn't like he really didn't. He really didn't do anything. Again, she's the one with the great her Johnny and Ben's powers. I think all 3 of them were even. Yeah, her Johnny and Ben's powers were displayed the best.
Which had better superpowers, this or Superman?
Superman. Yeah, Superman.
That's going to translate better internationally.
It's tough, though, because they really did good with Sue. But Superman, like guy stuff was great. Hot Girl sucked, but...
The fucking screams. Why she screaming?
I don't know.
They restrained Reed's powers, probably out of fear it would look too silly. Maybe it was part of the deleted scenes to cut that movie up into 1 hour, 55 minutes.
Fam, he's an Elastaman. He's supposed to look silly. That's the one thing that the early, like the 2000s movies got right. It was like, it's supposed to look a little goofy because that's the kind of unbelievable nature of his powers. He can stretch in any kind of way.
And to prep for Fantastic Four, because I was so excited to see the film, I didn't want to watch the 2000s films and then those cartoons for the Fantastic Four are just So I was like, well, I'm gonna watch The Incredibles. So I watched Incredibles 2, and as I'm watching the train scene where she's chasing that train down, I'm thinking, damn, I hope they display some power sets like this, because like, why is he not doing shit like that?
Elastigirl would beat Reed's ass. And before Reed even got a thought of how to beat Elastigirl, she would already whooped his ass underneath the computer table for sure.
Yeah.
He better hope Stu was around.
They display her power set great. And I don't understand why. It's just like same company. Disney. Come on now.
Elastigirl be gliding. She stretches in between buildings. She be running. She can
like when that train went in the tunnel, she was like up against the, flat up against the wall. I'm like, man, come on. Reed ain't doing shit like that.
He's not Monkey D. Luffy.
No.
And didn't they change Kamala Khan's powers? They said that she can't do stretching. They didn't say it, but we think that she couldn't do stretching because it was going to take away from Reed Richards.
I want to say that was the report, was it not? Because it was going to take away from Reed Richards.
Yeah. But
Or
Deadpool
too
and
similar.
Wolverine can both be Canadians who heal, but that was fine.
Canadians.
That's funny.
The outer space stuff was cool. Wait, I don't want to keep reading that. You might have a spoiler.
No, I read it. There was no spoiler in that. But yes, the outer space stuff is really cool.
That's awesome. Why? What? The outer space stuff is cool. You liked it.
Yeah, the outer space stuff is cool. Silver Surfer, although I still prefer the Silver Surfer from the I thought that one was I don't know, just more. There was more.
Norin.
No, well, that, but also, I guess, character depth there with him. Hers is kind of quick. It's like his, you see it throughout the whole movie from the moment he meets Sue. You see the connection between him and Sue in that 021 or whatever. And then you watch it progress as he then turns on Galactus. This one, it's just like,
okay, in space, what sites do they visit, interact with?
oh no, there's none of that.
Well,
There's
don't get to
there's none of that. There's none of that. There's no.
What are the rules to space? You know, in Star Wars, we know how to do space travel. I think in Captain Marvel, we saw them like warp speed, like at the ending, especially with Ronan, they did something like that. Guardians of the Galaxy, you see like a hexagon, and they'll go through. How is space travel done in this universe?
They have same thing like hyperspeed, like in Star Wars, but it doesn't look like those two films. It doesn't look like the hexagon or anything like that. It's a little different. It's like a wobbly warp, and then they shoot through it. But they have the same thing. There's really, it's the space stuff was the same as if we've been to space with any of the other Marvel characters.
Thor, Guardians.
Yeah. The space, which is in the trailer, giving birth scene, great. When everybody sees that in its totality, it's really good.
Nice.
Yeah, really good. Matt Shackman, and that's somebody I haven't mentioned. Bravo, hats off to him too.
Shout out to the WandaVision gang.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Mr. Shackman. Now watch. Now we'll be hearing in about 6 months. Max Shackman rumored to be doing X-Men.
Oh
Max
yeah, you know.
They're gonna push Schneider's ass to the back. Or Shire, my bad.
Well, they asked Shire. He couldn't comment because he's not doing it.
I was about to say, don't sound like a man who got a position. Do it.
No, he's not doing it.
Sound like a man who got a job. Yeah, I'm so excited to do X-Men. I got some good things in store. Finished up a script. Well, I can't really discuss it at the moment. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Lawrence thinks you're gonna remember his comments from earlier. I don't remember anyone's comments from another stream. So
I remember him
when he was
just when he was. Well, I don't remember word for word, but what he was saying he said it's very Jetsons, Interstellar. I forget what the other movie was, but I do agree with that. It is very those movies, very futuristic and very different from the MCU main timeline.
I'd give him a lady agree. If he's good with Elizabeth Olsen's Wanda, if he's good with Vanessa Kirby, I'd give him another female character so that we don't drop the ball. She-Hulk. We know how it's been.
I like the Nova idea though.
Hell yeah, Nova needs a movie.
Yeah,
Nova needs a movie.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Yep, it felt like a whole new world.
It definitely did. Like I said, very different from the main timeline. Unlike 838, when we went to that Multiverse of Madness, it just felt like, okay, the MCU, but shit's different backwards. Like red means go, green means slow down. Like it's just that stuff. No, this felt like we are plucked into a different universe. This was the first time it actually felt like the multiverse. I still haven't felt the multiverse, but this was the first time we felt like, oh shit, okay, yeah, we're actually in a different universe.
Sounds like a movie where don't worry, there's no consequences here. It's another universe. It's another Earth. Just do whatever you need. That's what it sounds like to me.
Nope, wouldn't say that. Wouldn't say that.
So
there, as I said before, there's nothing like I can't say that. So anyway, no. Their world will be important. Their world will be important moving forward to a degree.
This is a very passive aggressive take as Superman. Do serious moments get undercut with comedy constantly?
No, the comedy is typical, you know, I don't want to say typical because it's different. Like it sticks when it needs to. It's not forced, it flows. Johnny flows, like it's great. It's great.
Nice.
Johnny's the comedy character then.
No, you got Ben too. Believe it or not, Reed has some funny moments. Funny because he's so awkward, like think awkward Sheldon like, but not Sheldon, not like, you know, but just like, yeah, like you're so damn smart and
so dumb at the same time.
Yeah.
Was there any Zionist propaganda in this?
Nope. No messages.
No international conflict.
Nope.
No chosen people plucked out of the cold northeast of the world and dropped into the Middle East by chance or circumstance.
I was gonna kind of what Grand Regent Thrag said. Yeah, the comedy honestly is kind of toned down from typical Marvel films. It's funny when it needs to be, but it is very serious and it's very serious when it needs to be at the same time. But the funny stuff, it's not as, you know, we'll give you like 3 serious lines in Marvel, and then after we kind of like what you mentioned in the Superman film, and after that great moment between Lois and Clark, he's like, how long they've been banging. There's none of that. There's nothing like that. When there's a serious moment, like there's a serious speech that's given in the film, and it's left on that like, ooh, that was nice.
Nice.
Yeah. You wanted to get on Kevin Feige and this big interview he had on Sunday where he invited select members from Collider. I think he got CBR in there. The Hollywood Reporter was there. Deadline showed up. And Variety from the same company. Deadline and Variety are both Penske Media. So he got select reporters in there. He asked them to write down certain things and I guess not write down other things because it was never clear what the question was and what the answer was quoted. So how you feel about it, Marcus?
So I just okay. So first of all, it's kind of a mirror to what's going on in our politics right now. How like powerful people will just speak and then they'll expect you to erase your memory of everything that you saw and heard for the months or years prior, as if like, no, my words, they're an eraser. When you hear them, they go in your brain and they just delete all of that shit. It didn't happen anymore. Right. It never ceases to amaze me how far they can actually, or they think they can go with retconning some of this stuff. Some of the quotes in there, we knew early on, even before his legal troubles, that Jonathan Majors King wasn't a Thanos level threat. Okay. Well, Bo DeMaio calls you a liar. What else is going on? The kind of gaslighting that they're doing with this whole reboot thing. Yeah. No, we need fresh characters for people like Steve Rogers and Captain America, signaling to, the layman that, oh my God, there's going to be this massive reboot. No. He told you who he intended to recast right then and there. the singular storylines of Steve Rogers and Tony Stark, that didn't mean everybody's getting recasted. Okay, like that's the biggest gaslight of the lot of all of them. There was also some shit on Blade. Oh yeah, no, we finally landed on a street level story. Damn, who is he talking to? Who are you talking to? You finally landed on the street. Where the fuck else was Blade supposed to be? God damn. Like the hits just keep on coming with this man. He will get in front of a friendly crowd of people that he knows is not going to buck him, is not going to pull out a comic book and be like, no, that didn't happen, and just let him fly. He's so comfortable. Oh, he just let him go. Yeah, no, man, that's a rumor. And yeah, we always had this thing figured out with Robert Downey Jr. That's why it looks like an absolute mess right now. That's why every film that we've continued to see since his announcement doesn't include an appearance from him. But 2 years ago, though, we already had this ball on the road. I guess the only thing they accomplished in that time was paying him. It's the only thing that got done, was collecting the funds to give to that man for him to sign up for all this. It surely wasn't any appearances. There surely wasn't any cameos. So, yeah, I think Buddy is a bit of a liar. Just a tad bit. Him and James Gunn are like competing for like the biggest liar in the industry.
No, he's not beating James Gunn. Chill.
Hey, but he's getting there though. He's getting there, Chills. It's not. It's not unlike.
Yeah, man. I'm putting him above James. I'm putting him above James, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm putting him above James because James has lied about stuff like, oh, no, this character's not gonna appear, or no, this event's not gonna happen, or I didn't say
too old.
Yeah, or stuff like that. Feige has lied on Jonathan Majors, talking about some we were gonna pivot because we realized that he wasn't the guy. Motherfucker, you put all your eggs in his basket after Loki's audition for He Who Remains. So what do you mean after you lied on that? Lied on talking about, oh, we, like you said, the landing on Blade stuff. Recasting. Oh, Tina says she doesn't think that he's gonna be recasting Tony and Steve, thinks he was just talking in general. Yeah, that right there. Recast. Nope.
He told you exactly who he intends to. Don't get all willy. Oh my God, we might get another Wolverine. Nah, they got their Wolverine. Oh man, they might get another. No. He told you who was getting recast. Tony, Steve, maybe Natasha. You might get a new Natasha, maybe. But everybody else, no, come on, player. Let's run that shit back. Let's keep Anthony Mackie. Let's keep Don Cheadle to age into a senior citizen patriot, I guess. Like all of this shit is not getting redone over like I think a lot of people think it is. Like, think reset, not reboot, because reboot means that we're starting from zero, and that means somebody else probably gets credited to the lion's share of whatever gets built in that aftermath. I don't think Kevin Feige wants that. I think he wants his pretty little paws over every generation of this thing, as long as it survives, whether he's going to be the guy to steward it forward or not. So I don't see him stripping it down to bare nothing and starting from scratch. That's not happening.
I don't either. Well, that's all I was saying to say. I don't either.
There was an answer in there alluding to his job security and he said 15 years from now, I'll still be making big movies because that's what I do. What? That's got nothing to do with Marvel, though. Dog. I feel like these next 2 years, because your contract does expire in 2 years, which everyone who reported that said he quietly mumbled it or he let it be known silently that he would be gone in 2 years, that his contract is up in 2 years. I think that this is a job evaluation right now. Fantastic Four and how it does in the box office, and then how Avengers Doomsday performs, and then Secret Wars. It's like
that's not. But I don't think that's a good measure for them. Then I think that they're dumbasses if they're measuring it off of, okay, is a Spider-Man film going to do good? Is an Avengers film going to do good? Isn't another Avengers film going to do good? Well, buddy, you got your job back.
They're dumb.
He's right. If you go through this lead up, and the only two things that actually show a financial bit of stability is Spider-Man and Doomsday. Well, I mean, even when you were sinking in phases 4 and 5, what was the only thing that was successful? The big team up film, Multiverse of Madness. You had somewhat of a team up in Wakanda Forever that made a lot of money. You had No Way Home.
That was
You know what
it.
I'm saying? Those were the things. And Daredevil. I'm not sorry, not Daredevil. Deadpool. Right? It was either team up or it was a Spider-Man movie. So like that's
No, they're both
that's the
the
only thing
same
that's still
thing.
working.
They're
Yeah.
both remnants of another studio and other creatives who are not Kevin Feige. Both Spider-Man and Deadpool are that.
I can't give you that one though, because they're under him.
Ryan Reynolds is not a writer. He's not a creative force behind the Deadpool character, and it's not something that Kevin
Ryan
Feige.
Reynolds is not. Is that what you said?
I think I was asking. When someone says, "So you're saying not?" Never
No,
mind.
yeah, I know
Well-
Ryan Reynolds is all of those things to Deadpool,
Yeah.
but I mean, even him during the promotion time for that said, "Oh yeah, they were thinking, we had to run this by Feige, and Feige told us this, or Feige told us that." And even in the promotional, when they dropped the muting or the audio dropped, they said, "Thank you so much, Kevin Feige." I mean, so why are we
For
thanking
letting
Kevin?
Thank you, Kevin, for letting us do
For,
what we wanted.
there
to
you go, allowing. There you go. That's the word. Letting, allowing.
Yes. So
Without him allowing it. So it doesn't matter if it was remnants of an old company or not. When they came over here, they had to get permission.
Yeah.
So he allowed
Yes.
them to do what they wanted.
Correct. Agreed.
So it's a Marvel. It's under him still. It's not remnants of that old company.
The creative decisions that took place weren't by him. It was by somebody else. And he's just greenlighting it. I don't give him points for just greenlighting what Ryan Reynolds wanted to do.
I think if it's a success, and this may sound a bit cheap, but if it's a success, I do think there is some residual rub off. Like, yeah, I guided this process through however much involvement you actually had. The buck still stops with you, right? And because here's the thing, if it's a tremendous failure, you have
Who are we pointing our fingers at?
You got to wear it as well. So if it's a failure, he has much more of a reason to back away from it and say, hey, Ryan Reynolds was over this creatively and blah, yada, yada. But, a lot of that's still going to land at his feet. I don't mind him getting credit for being a success as long as it's the requisite credit, like not over the top. Like we're not solely laying the success of Deadpool at Kevin Feige's feet. Of course not. Absolutely not. Because he wasn't, like you said, he's not the creative piece that's driving what's happening in this film. He's just saying, okay, yes or no. So as long as it's the adequate amount.
Yeah.
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 Cool. So let's talk about him lying on Jonathan Majors again. Because yeah. Well, lying on his character.
On
right?
that actor.
Yes.
Who must not be named.
That's
we say his name. It's Jonathan Majors.
We don't know which actor he meant. Never said the names.
He went, or according to Bo DeMaio, right? He always talked about, he went back to Marvel. He went back to California to tell a Marvel exec about the racism he was facing on the Blaze set, right? Well, he went into even more detail on the most recent interview. He was like, well, no, I went to go see that was on a tweet. I went to go see John Wick 4 with this executive. And I told him what was going on, Blase Skip. And he told me about the legal troubles with Majors and that there was still the plan to go through. So now you couldn't have told me even before Quantumania you were thinking about going away from Kang. If in March, when John Wick actually came out that year, right, you were still on the page of, it's Jonathan Majors right now. That sounds like to be a conflict. I'm telling y'all, I think the exec that Bo is hinting at is Kevin himself. I wouldn't take this to anybody else other than Kevin Feige. If you're talking to me personally, I wouldn't trust Nate Moore to have the juice. He doesn't present himself as a person who would lay down for me or to go to bat for me. So if I'm going to take it on a limb that somebody's going to protect me in here, I might as well take it as high as I can go, which sounds like Kevin Feige. And so if Kevin Feige himself, allegedly, told this man that Jonathan Majors was still the way forward in March, what the fuck are we talking about that you was already working on getting to Doom as Robert Downey Jr.? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Would you watch John Wick 4 with Kevin Feige?
Would I? No. If I'm Bo DeMaio, I might. Hey, look, man, I got to talk to you about something real quick. It's some uncomfortable shit going on the Blaze set, and I really didn't know who else to go to, and I was just hoping you could help me out.
You might be onto something here with that being Kevin Feige, because Nate Moore was let go in March. I'm looking back on my old tweets, and we were tweeting about him being let go in March. So why would he go see John Wick 4?
March 2024, right?
23.
23, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, this was...
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, wait a minute. We were making tweets about that then.
Yeah. It was.
But I still think you might be onto something there with that whole being Feige. Why would he go with, what's his name? Nate Moore. And then to Chill's question, would I go see? No. But I also don't know Feige's personality outside of a red carpet.
I wouldn't do it. I don't want to have fun with my boss. I'm good.
Oh yeah, I don't do that shit.
We'll go to red carpet premieres and sort of those social gathering things that I would still consider that work, but I don't want to chill at the movie theaters with you.
What if it was a social outing presented as the pretense of him being able to get his stuff off? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be inside of the damn studio lot while I'm having this conversation with you for obvious reasons. Can we meet somewhere outside? He's like, oh, I'm going to see John Wick today. Cool, bet. I'll meet you there. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, I don't want to take too much time out of your day, Kevin. But if you're on your way, hey, it's a 5-minute drive for me. We'll just have our talk there. It doesn't necessarily need to be at a boardroom, right? Yeah, sure. My words will be better received if it's not intruding with your day.
I thought it was very key that he thought to acknowledge the fact that the person that he talked to was an executive. That makes the list of people he could have been meeting with very small. And so just by process of elimination, we can begin to figure out exactly who that person was. I feel like if you dug deep enough.
Especially when it feels like he likes Brad Winderbaum. Bo DeMaio seems to say nice things about him.
I wouldn't expect. Well, it could have been Winderbaum, but what is Winderbaum going to do? Like, he just got his position right off the heels of the X-Men 97 stuff. So it's like, would I expect the guy who works next to me to be able to take a workplace complaint that I have and escalate it? You know, you would be looking for somebody with enough gravitas to protect you.
Well, John Wick 5 is not happening because the filmmaker Chad Stahelski is tackling a California rebellion comic called Cal Exit. A comic book is being adapted by this John Wick director. He's a former stuntman also. Did you know that? Cal Exit, the seemingly... Oh, you know what we're not going to do? That camera. We're going to change it to this. Yeah, I like websites like that where they got the words on the side. Here we go. Cal Exit, the seemingly ripped from the headlines comic from indie publisher Black Mask Studios, may be taking the idea of California resistance to the big screen. Chad Stahelski, the filmmaker behind John Wick movies, is attached to produce an adaptation. Alex Young, Jason Spitz, Stahelski's cohorts at 8711 Entertainment, will also produce. Anyways... Pizzalo, who is Black Mask co-founder and president, who co-created the comic book, wrote the script on spec. I want to say spec is like you write it and then you pitch it to other different studios, right? That's what a spec script is.
Okay.
The story is set in a near and eerily familiar future where America's president signed an executive order to deport all immigrants, with California responding by proclaiming itself a sanctuary state. As the citizens of the state struggle to seize power back from an autocratic government, the story centers on Jamil, A war zone courier smuggler, and Zora, a young leader in the Molhand resistance. One of you guys pull up Cal Exit. I just want to see what these two characters look like. Cal Exit. Occupied Los Angeles, city under martial law. The comic debuted in 2017, proved to be a hot seller. Pause. It was not a hot seller. Maybe for indies standards, it was a hot seller, but it was not no hot seller. I was monitoring 2017. It was a hot seller during the first Trump administration, going through 7 printings and launching spin-offs. Cal Exit, All Systems San Diego, and Cal Exit, Our Last Night in America. Proving to be more timely than ever, a new storyline kicks off this week with Cal Exit, The Battle of Universal City, written by Pizzolo and drawn by Carlos Granda. It hits stores today. Wow, great timing. The title previously sold to MRC in a 5-studio bidding war for television with a pilot spec also written by Pizzolo. It was optioned and then purchased, but ultimately the property and spec reverted. It's now finding new life during the second Trump administration and being redeveloped as a feature. It's going to be a film. Amansi Nahalupin, who co-created the comic and drew the first volume, is co-producing. Black Mask has grown a library of 100 comics. Blah, blah, blah. Good for you. John Wick Ballerina. Stahelski is rep by WME. So, you got a picture? Is there a picture of the Cal Exit characters? The guy named Jamil, Zora.
I thought Darius was doing it.
Well, he was going so fast, I couldn't see how to spell it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I was waiting to hear why there's not gonna be a John Wick 5 in that, and I didn't hear that. So I guess if it's good, I'll watch it. I was more concerned about why the hell John Wick 5 wouldn't be happening. But no, I mean, it sounds vaguely interesting. There's a couple of these things trying to break out right now. Why superhero films are floundering? They're trying to kind of fill the space and the lack of audience that some of the other titles are getting right now. Warhammer is about to start taking off. I guess the Cal Exit stuff. Of course, Children of the Blood and Bone is going to be coming here the next couple of years. So I think there's a lot of people trying to gain back that type of viral audience, the type of let's stay up to 3 a.m. and theorize type audience, because it just hasn't been dominated by the big two in not a very long time, but at least long enough for there to be a void.
This is what the characters look like. I think that's a white guy in the middle, and then slightly more melanination over here for Zora and Jamil.
They're not black.
No.
And so the premise is the rest of the United States deported all immigrants, and then California is the only safe haven. And it's like
From what I see, all the creators are white or white adjacent. Characters are white adjacent. Well, the coloring of the characters, at least in Cal Exit. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, don't take too long, player. You know, Keanu on a timeline. Got to get these appearances in before we done, shooting action shots.
What if he's like, I can't do John Wick 5. I got to do Hardball too.
Yeah, no. Nah. Just leave Hardball where it's at, man. Don't touch it.
Hardball 2, back in the game.
Sounds like a Tubi movie.
Space Jam 2, A New Legacy. Felt like a Tubi movie.
Also sounds like a Tubi movie. Yeah, also sounds like a Tubi movie.
The plot was definitely a Tubi movie.
Thunderstruck, Uncle Drew, or Space Jam 2?
Yeah, Thunderstruck.
The Kevin Durant movie, Thunderstruck.
Oh, oof.
I thought you were talking about the song.
That
was trash. Oh, you're saying which one was worse?
That was rough.
I mean, yeah, just based off of sheer production, it would have to have been Thunderstruck. Oh, but Uncle Drew was actually good. I like Uncle Drew. Shout out
See,
to
I
Kyrie.
remember a line from Thunderstruck: hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard." That was great.
Man, that was it was, but it got so played out. I got so sick of hearing hard work beats talent when talent doesn't. Man, I was like, all right.
It was also the white kid ripoff of Like Mike, and Like Mike is a hood classic. So
It is. It is.
you
That
can't
first
just
one
rip
is
off
great.
Like Mike. I watched Like Mike about 20 times in one summer.
Like Mike was a very good movie.
What's up next?
Michael Jackson.
More trouble with the
no.
biopic?
It's delayed again.
God damn, bro.
It's very sad. But, you know, again, maybe we're just juicing things up. I saw somebody's perspective was like, you know what? Michael's life was so great. It's taking a minute to get this, you know, all together.
Yeah,
Perfect.
but it also just suggests that it has more to do with what's happening off of the set than what they're actually shooting. Like it feels like there's more, you know, family issues and money interests that are tying this up, and you know, issues that had seemingly already have been settled now being able to derail the release of this movie, and it's just unfortunate, you know.
It is. It's the third time, and it's now April 24th, 2020. I don't remember what the date was before that one, but April 24th, 2026. Nothing really new here besides nothing besides that. And it says they still plan to obviously split it into two films, and it will get an IMAX release.
There is an Air Bud reboot coming out.
Yes.
Shout out to Air
there
Bud,
is.
man.
There is. We were talking about that too.
Skydance Paramount merger clears the FCC at last, with the deal set to close. Co-CEO Chris McCarthy to exit amid changes coming. Really won't affect me much.
Because they paid their bribe. I mean, they settled their lawsuit with the commander-in-chief of the United States.
Yep.
So now they get to create another monopoly in a market that's already monopolized all to hell. So great.
Yeah.
Good old competition.
Deadline wanted to interrupt this article for that news. Are the X-Men coming to Disney? Like, it's like, what are the ramifications that affect me? I don't care. Go. Good job, Skydance. Lionsgate and Universal's Michael Jackson biopic, Michael moves to pre-summer of 2026.
Okay.
Exclusive. It's moving to Friday, April 24. Oh, no, we have a date. Friday, April 24. How's that feel?
Dope. Hope it sticks.
I think every movie around that's supposed to come around that date needs to move out the way for Michael Jackson. Marvel doesn't have anything in May this year, do they? On 2026, they don't. Good. I think June is when Supergirl comes out, so they're fine there. This will be the movie. Right? When is Dune supposed to come out?
I feel like we just talked about that.
I feel like they got their isolated date. They'll be fine on April 24 and the coming weeks. At the same time, we hear that a second movie about the Jackson remains in development. A second movie. That's
because they had to split this one in two.
Yeah. That's cool, though. A biopic where you get to see the actor actually get older in the next movie because it's
Part one,
dedicated.
part two.
Something like that would be cool. And maybe a part 3.
That
You
would be
don't
a
you know.
first.
We told you at CinemaCon there were distribution plans afoot for the feature, directed by Antoine Fuqua and produced by Graham King. Michael also will get a release on IMAX screens.
Shout out to Antoine Fuqua for undertaking this, man. I just really want the story to be shot well, tell a good balanced story about not just the life and dedication about Michael, but also handling some of that controversy with a little bit more care and detail than people like to give it. You know, people like to view it at first glance and just say what's popular or what's common thought. They don't really dig into the issue and actually see what was what. So I'm glad there's a responsible director in charge of this to actually bring a lot of that to light.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Indeed.
I know you're a popcorn bucket
Super
guy, so
easy.
I'll ask Tool, what is the popcorn bucket, and does it even matter? Will you get that popcorn bucket?
Oh, for Michael?
Even if it's $80.
What if it's
Yeah,
a big
probably.
ass bedazzled glove, like a huge glove?
I
Yeah.
get it.
Or the
I get it.
shoes, maybe. Like you have a setup of the shoes, but it's actually a bowl that you can reach into.
Yeah, the fingers. A glove is not buckety enough.
Right.
Upside
The
down.
shoes. It's gotta be the shoes. You gotta
Maybe
have a
the
big
fingers
ass
won't
grip.
be. The fingers won't be hollow where the popcorn could like go into. The fingers will be, fake. Huh? What is he else known for? What is he? Moonwalking? Is it a moon?
Oh, what if the bucket is a replica of the Neverland Ranch? Like how he has those big ass gates in the front and shit like that. Could be like the backdrop of Neverland, big ass bucket. Maybe it would be triggering for some people. I would love it. I'd grab it.
Does he ever wear a hat in a music video? Does he have like a famous hat?
Oh, the hat.
Yes,
Yeah,
the hat.
Dirty
Yeah.
Diana.
You can do that
Yeah,
from
Dirty
Billie
Diana,
Jean.
Billie Jean. Yeah. Oh yeah. There it is.
Smooth Criminal.
Hat.
But he also just wore hats in general.
Smooth Criminal. Yeah. You've been hit by, struck by, smooth criminal.
You know when he lived in Vegas, that store. Have you seen that documentary that he does? What's the Indian dude with the glasses? Did the interview
The
with Robert Downey
documentary
Jr.
that he did
Yeah,
on him.
Bashir.
That shit did more damage to Michael Jackson, boy.
man, he's awful. But that store that they went to in Vegas is when Michael lived in Vegas with the residency and everything. That store they went to, it's in I forget exactly which one it's in, but anyway, been in that store several times. But the first time I went in, they have the whole Michael video playing outside the store, and I walk in, and I'm like, Michael Jackson was in here, and she's like, yes, and I was like, where in here?
What did he touch?
Yeah, I'm like, where did he stand? What did he touch? And I'm like, bruh, let me just go bask in that area. See
You
if I
told
can.
us. We know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Every time I'm gonna tell a Michael story like that. Michael is timeless. So his stories and fan interactions, timeless.
Appreciate you, Playboy. Let us know. Take in some of that ambiance.
Yeah, go do it. Have you seen a video of him at it's a hilarious video of him at what's her name's wedding, and he's side-eyeing her when they're giving their vows. Damn, what is her name?
Diana Ross?
No, a white chick. Liza Minnelli. Is it Liza Minnelli? I don't know. I don't remember. Funny ass video though of him side-eyeing them. Somebody knows. Somebody's gonna say it in the chat because they know the video I'm talking about. Yeah, it's Professor. What's her name?
Whose wedding?
What's her name?
Who you talking about? Who did she marry? Talking about Michael Jackson or somebody?
No. Michael Jackson was at the wedding. It's one of his good friends. Not Liz Taylor. Not Cher. Not Cher. What is that girl's name? Is it Liza Minnelli?
Celine Dion. Mariah Carey.
Nah.
You think Mariah Carey's white? Oh, we're gonna do the Haley Steinfeld on Mariah Carey?
No. I didn't know she was. Oh, he did say she was a white girl. My bad. No, Mariah Carey's not white.
Why is she not white? But then Haley Steinfeld, you don't want to give her a black status.
It's because Haley Steinfeld's parents are both white.
Okay.
So they're giving their vows. Oh, oops. They're
Somebody
giving
said Liza Minnelli.
their
Just like
vows here.
that Pee Wee
Just-
Herman?
no.
Buddy
That is
look like
Uh,
Pee Wee Herman. Hey, yo,
Is
the scowl is crazy. He like, what the fuck are we doing here?
the way he's looking. What?
Hey, yo, the side eye is crazy.
Oh, that shit is so funny. And they sitting there talking about I want to love you forever, and they're giving their vows, and he's just in the back.
That's not funny. That's just, he's at a wedding. He's listening.
No, it's the way he.
Most people smiling when they're
Watch how
singing
his
that.
eyes. Watch how his eyes cut at the beginning.
Okay.
Oh, that shit is funny.
He
Thank
knows
you,
somebody
please. It
who's
is
standing
Liza
up at his
Minnelli.
wedding ain't shit. He know one of them two standing up there saying all these vows ain't shit. That's what that looks like.
Oh, that shit's funny.
See the one where he's
Michael.
dancing with Usher? Pull that up next.
From
You
the
probably did
30th
see it.
anniversary?
I think yeah, you might. You see, you already know what it is.
Of course. What?
Yeah.
I'm a Michael Jackson cultist.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. That's
That's
fine.
the
You
one.
can.
Yeah. I think Chris Tucker might have been there also.
Everyone was there. It was the 30th anniversary. Everyone was there.
2001.
Which one do you want?
The one where Usher dances with them. Usher.
Let me see. I did go full, so let's do.
I loved that concert. I don't think recasting Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. You must be behind by like 10 minutes. Steve Rogers and Tony Stark is only going to work for us, T'Challa fans. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah,
That
when
concert was
Usher
lit.
comes out. There he is.
You remind me of a girl that I once knew. This is why. Oh, here we go. Like, is he trying to win?
It's not a competition.
Oh, it
It's
doesn't
not
look like it's a
yeah,
competition.
definitely not a
No,
competition.
Usher keeps looking over though.
In awe.
No, he's trying to get him.
Well, that's an unachievable goal.
I knew Chris Tucker was in this one.
Yeah, great concert. Everybody
I'm
was there. Yeah,
convinced he
Destiny
snuck his
Child
way
there.
onto that stage. Like he wasn't planning to come out there and he just walked on. That's why Mike reacted like that. I bet he did.
Even Britney was there.
Mm-hmm.
What stadium was this? That was huge.
I
I'm
don't
sure.
remember. Right, a long time ago. R.I.P. Mike, man.
Man, the greatest of all time. All time.
You know, Malcolm Jamal Warner was part of the Magic School Bus producer speaking. He was pretty dedicated his whole life to uplifting. After the Theo Huxtable role too, he's always been taking positive roles, doing the kind of things that I talk about. So to lose him hurts in that respect. I don't know what to say more than that. I want to just say something, but I want to just say, like, I commended him. I celebrated him when he was alive, right? Not just, okay, he died. Let's look back and see these clips. And there's a whole bunch of that all over my feed, looking at roles he used to have and stuff. But like, this man was it. Like, he was doing the things that with his celebrity, everything he touched or he dedicated his time to felt like it was advancement. It felt like it was, oh, there's a stereotype here. Let me go challenge that right now with everything that I bring to the table.
This is why I don't like to view things in like a blanket situation, right? Like I I believe, and I believe I've heard Malcolm say a lot about the influence that Dr. Cosby and being on that show had on him, and just his perspective, as a black man. And so, while obviously Dr. Cosby is a less than favorable, citizen in society these days, definitely not a person to be exalted at this later date. However, there were residual impacts from that show being what it was. And I think Malcolm Jamal Warner being the child star turned adult, television actor and film, he's done film as well. Having him was a benefit. It wasn't a hindrance. I don't think it was, at all a negative. He played his role while he was here, even to the last moment. I don't know what people know about the circumstances of his passing, but just know that, like, even in that stage of life, he was still trying to be a hero. So I have tremendous respect for Michael Jamal Warner as well, and lost a good one. Lost a good one for sure.
Eerily similar to Shad Gaspard. Do you remember the wrestler who used to wrestle with JTG in Crime Time? He was in the water when he died, and the last thing he did was he saved his son.
Yep, and Malcolm Jamal Warner saved his daughter. So
I want everyone to learn a lesson. Who's going to Costa Rica? Who's going to go swimming? Who's going to wear a floaty, inflatable, something? Like, please take your life a little bit more seriously.
I will second that, because without going into too much detail, I've been in presence of that not going so well already this year. And so, yes, absolutely. First of all, if you cannot swim, stay out of the water, or at very least stay next to people who will
No.
I mean,
no. I'll tell you why.
I can't tell you not to get in the water altogether, but I would suggest you not swim.
All right. Well,
at
here's
least
what I'll
stay
tell you.
somewhere where you can stand up. Stand up.
All right. I'm in the water. It's a lake. The person near me doesn't swim. No business being that deep. And when it was time, I think he's drowning. As I shuffle over, he's not thinking about you. He's basically killing me. All right. And this really happened years ago. This happened. And I remember that. And I was talking to a lifeguard about it. And she was telling me, like, yeah, that's the thing, though. Like, that's normal. It's a survival instinct. You can't really blame anyone for it and whatnot. And I guess so. That makes sense to me. But if you can't swim, don't go swimming. Please don't. Anywhere above your neck is crazy. Don't.
Yeah, just get your feet wet. Like it even makes me think about times now when I wasn't the strongest swimmer and how far out I would try to go on beaches and stuff like that. And it's like, it's not worth it, man. Learn how to swim. Just learn how to swim. Just find a rec, YMCA. It's not hard. It's not hard. Start with floating. Float on your back first.
Marcus, I'm talking about a childhood friend who you've known, you play basketball together with, you've gone to school with, and I'm like, oh, let me help you undrown. Like, I'm just gonna extend my hand here. I'm gonna lift you up from the shoulder. No, you can't do that. I was told that you're supposed to go from down here and lift them up if they're ever drowning or something like that. But I was gonna die. I guess
that would help if you get your arm. I got the arm up underneath here to drag them out instead of dragging them by the head. But I mean, it's the same effect. I think that just probably as a rule of thumb, if you can't swim, stay out of the water. That's a safe bet. That is a safe bet for sure. Darius, you swim?
I once was a kid, all I had was a dream. More money, more problems. When I get it, I'm a pound it up.
What did you ask me?
If you swim.
Oh, like a dolphin. I swim very, very well.
Those are smart animals.
CB versus Usher, Stevie versus that second one is a matchup. That second one is a matchup. Give me Usher over Chris Brown, unfortunately. But Stevie versus Prince. Stevie Wonder is in my top 3. Prince is in my top 5.
Oh, I thought he meant dancing with Chris Brown and Usher, and I would have gone Chris Brown for the dancing.
Agreed, actually. I think Chris is a better dancer than Usher. But if we just talking about in terms of who the better artist is, I'll give it to Usher. Over Stevie Wonder? I do not believe, Kanye West included, I don't believe there's a better discography out there than Stevie Wonder. Like a total body of work. I don't think no one has as many hits as Stevie Wonder.
And he has the happy birthday song.
Let's have the happy birthday song. I love Prince though. But see, I'm a Michael fan too, so I feel like that also is a little bit of a conflict. It feels like there may be a little bit of bias in that pick too. So I'll recuse myself. I'll let y'all decide. Is Chris a better dancer or is he more athletic? I would say he's a better dancer. I've seen Chris Brown freestyle dancing a little bit more fluently than I've seen Usher doing things that weren't choreographed. So like I would give that edge to Chris Brown. Oh, I like them all. I'm a Prince fan. I'm a Stevie fan for sure. If you twisted my arm, Stevie Wonder's a personal favorite for me.
I feel like I'm generic if I say Mike Jackson. That's just my guy. And then outside of that, not male, female, Whitney. But I grew up on Whitney and Mike. My mom played Whitney all the time. Whitney is my mom's favorite.
Whitney got bodied on When You Believe.
Boy, stop. Whitney has never done a duet with anybody and got bodied.
He says she got bodied on When You Believe. Man,
I like Mariah Carey a lot. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't mean that. It was a fun, great song. I celebrate both. I just wanted to have fun with you.
We'll forgive the misstep. What are we talking about? Fantastic Four we did. MCU Future, Michael Jackson. Oh, the Hulk Hogan. Jesus Christ.
We did Malcolm Jamal Warner. I was gonna get to Ozzy Osbourne. I know he has that song All Aboard, and I know that there's a remix. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. All right. Ozzy Osbourne. That's what I remember him for. Don't know much about.
That's Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah.
Wait,
the original.
I was gonna say the NBA playoff song.
No. That was a remix. I doom. That's Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
Also the Iron Man joint, the doom. That's Ozzy Osbourne as well.
Isn't he oh shit, it's gotta come back to me.
He's Black Sabbath. Ozzy Osbourne is
Oh, but like I didn't. So that's why I ain't fucking with Ozzy Osbourne, because he gave Kanye all that fucking slack when he was trying to sample Iron Man. But anyways, also don't think he's very fond of black people either, if I'm not mistaken. But
Oh no, his wife's comments when she was on the talk let you know they weren't a household fond of black people. Whenever his daughter was on The View, she said, "You know what? If you get rid of Hispanic people, Donald Trump, who's going to clean your toilet?" So we know the conversations that went on in the Osborne household.
Who's going to cut your grass? Who's going to clean your toilet? Huh? I know I'm keeping mine.
Yeah, no, the Osbornes.
You wouldn't, Port Consuela.
They wasn't looking.
not Esmeralda.
Not in the hell no. That reminds me of who is that other girl on The View? Her dad was a big time politician, and that's all she leans on. She's
John
like,
McCain.
There you go, Meghan McCain. They're like 3-minute long videos of her saying, "My father, my father, my father, my father."
From The View,
my father,
yes.
my father,
bro.
My father.
That's when I used to watch The View, like a lot. when Megan was on there, Megan was annoying.
Fam, the My
Annoying.
Father entry is nuts. My father. I can talk about this because my father.
Yes. And would always get in tears if you said something about her daddy, and would you like, and then like
My father was a war veteran, but were you? Were you?
between her and Elizabeth Hasselbeck, the other girl, I don't know who was worse. Elizabeth
They're all
was,
insufferable. They're all insufferable. They've all said something at a point in time that just made me say, like,
oh
why are
yeah,
y'all having
for
these
sure,
conversations? Whoopi
for
Goldberg
sure.
up there trying to convince people, no, the slaves really did get their 40 acres and a mule. My family got it. My family got it. I was like,
I
man,
remember when she said that shit.
you walking around with the last name Goldberg talking about your family got their reparations. Something ain't sitting right with me. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Something ain't sitting right with me about that whole setup. You all of a sudden became Goldbergs and y'all got y'all money, right? Oh, okay. All right. So many
You're
black
next.
people with last name Berg.
Oh, what did the leader say?
I've run all the calculations.
Shit is
all the
funny.
possibilities.
Oh, that shit is funny.
Yeah.
Every
man.
time I see him now, that's all I'm gonna think about.
They messed him up, man. You want to
Yeah,
talk about the whole
understanding
script?
she said some dumb shit like that, and it went viral.
And then she doubled down because she brought in one of those like Michael Eric Dyson types. It wasn't him, but it was like a guy like him to come in and try to like confirm her lineage. And so, like, at the same time that he's confirming that, yes, her family belongs to this lineage and blah, yada, yada, and they got land here outside of, and he's going through it, right? But then he's forced to acknowledge the very small percentage of black people who actually got all the way through the process of receiving their 40 acres. All right. And she's just grinning, just up there cheesing. Like, I told you so. I told you so. We was the good ones.
Oh, she was on. So you Finding My Roots with Henry Louis Gates,
There you go.
the Ancestry show.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that was
Yes,
NYC
sir.
that said Henry Louis Gates. But yeah, that show. It's a good show. I like that show.
I'm like, no, she didn't bring this man in here to confirm this nonsense. Like, even if somehow, you know, like they verified y'all got y'all's money, are you going to discredit the thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who never got their just due, who never got their claim? So since you, Miss Goldberg,
the movie
got
star.
yours, that just discredits everybody else's claim, right? And that discredits all the GI bills and the Homestead Act and all the way down the list, because you got yours. Long as you got yours, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I find it so disingenuous when we find like, you know, anecdotal evidence. We use, well, it happened here and therefore represents everything. See?
Yep. Like, look, I was a good one. I got my money. Y'all need to straighten up and do the right thing and get your stuff. Like, why are y'all allowing her to do this? I know y'all got a mic in her ear. Tell her to change the subject. Ooh, yeah. I appreciate you, NYC Playboy, for the statistics. Less than 1% of free slaves got their so-called 40 acres and a mule. But what she leaves out is that it was taken from them not long after. Spoiler alert. Imagine bragging about being the 1%. Like, I mean, an ancestral 1% too. Like, not the 1% we know, not the Bezos, but an ancestral 1%. My God. My goodness.
Whoopee cushion Goldberg. LOL.
The same woman that was in Color Purple, you know, the Black Man hit piece. Yeah, don't get me started on Color Purple tonight.
Well, I was gonna go to Hogan, but since we're on 40 acres, it's a great way to move over to the YouTube channel called Movies Are Therapy. And I'm not sharing my screen. I thought I was.
Is this a slave film?
I'm hoping not. I don't like the setup.
Yeah, 40 Acres already is a turnoff for me.
It's a good thing this creator will tell us.
Talking about this movie, you guys almost let me miss it. It's called 40 Acres, a post-apocalyptic action thriller starring...
Hold up. I thought I was sharing my screen. It's your screen.
Oh,
I was about to say, this does not match what
Wait,
I'm watching.
I'm sorry. Did you see that round kick?
Yeah, no, I'm like,
he kicked the shit out of
the
him.
action is not matching the dialogue. So
Damn, he kicked. Okay, go to the video.
This should be it.
Action thriller. About this movie, you guys almost let me miss it. It's called 40 Acres, a post-apocalyptic action thriller starring Danielle Deadweiler. It takes place in the near future, 12 years after a fungal pandemic wiped out 98% of the animals on Earth, or at least North America, caused a famine and a second civil war. Danielle Deadweiler is the stern Marine matriarch hell-bent on defending her farm and protecting her family. She's incredible as always, but I think everybody in this family of mostly newer or lesser-known actors is insanely charismatic and fun to watch. Katame O'Connor, Michael Greyeyes, Mokania Diaz-Rojas, Lena Robinson, they're all awesome. It's a genre flick, so it uses common tropes for plot contrivances, but I think there are delightful subversions in those contrivances. Director and co-writer R.T. Thorne deserves a bigger budget for his next project ASAP. I've seen criticism that the title, 40 Acres, as in 40 Acres and a Mule, implies societal commentary that the movie itself does not deliver on. And I don't know what movie they saw. I mean, it's totally understandable if you wanted more, but the family name is Freeman. They're descended from migrants from the first Civil War, and this is their family farm, 40 Acres and a Mule. This family, comprised of Black Americans and indigenous people entirely, are defending their farm from a horde of cannibals. It's awesome. Great action, well shot, super fun performances. I was kind of blown away. I had insomnia, woke up at like 5 o'clock this morning, rented this. Don't regret it at all. Why aren't more people talking about this movie?
I thought that's a good plot. That's something I'd be interested in. And then I went, oh, this is a 2024 movie. So it's already happened. Danielle Deadweiler, 40 Acres. And I felt disappointed in myself for not knowing that and never speaking about it on my channel. And so well, what are your thoughts, first of all, for that plot? I'll ask the question later.
the plot is interesting. I want to see the movie now. I just want to make a point. You never really make a transition from slave to migrant. There's been a lot of like confusion over what the word migrant means here over the last couple of weeks. If you did not move by choice, you cannot be defined as a migrant. Like it starts at refugee, and then we can just work our way all the way back to indentured slave. But like if there's no choice involved, we just cannot keep labeling everybody migrants. Like that is a class of people that is designated for a very specific circumstance. So I don't like the idea of calling the eventual owners of the farms migrants from the first Civil War. It's just a weird designation. But I like the plot.
I started laughing when I saw NY said it first. Migrant from the
I was like, migrant from the first Civil War. He was cooking too. He was like, their name is freedmen. They're descendants of the first. And then he said migrant. I said, what? We were packages, like not. Come on, man.
Cal, since you just saw the movie, you loved it, you highly recommend it. Is there a good reason for using the word migrant that we don't know about that happens maybe in the beginning of the movie? The lead woman reminded me of my mother. Chill, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Marcus is right 100%. Black Americans who are descendants of enslaved are not migrants. I'm gonna check it out. I'd love to hear y'all's review.
I'll check it out. Where's it at? Where's it streaming at? Can we look at that real fast? Where's it going? Where can we see this at?
I don't have the answer to that. He said he rented it in the video. So
what was the name?
A movie like that happened. It's called 40 Acres. when a movie like that happens and I hear about it, and it's in the future, right? Remember how we were joking about the Sterling K. Brown taking place in the 1800s? There's a plantation. They escaped to go to Nova Scotia, and like, I don't like stories like that. I like going into the forward into the future. Now, there's still elements of enslavement, like he said, but fine. I'm actually more interested if there aren't, right? They're called freemen. That's the only connection. All right, great. Sounds like a movie that I'm up for. And just seeing them defend themselves against what did he call them? Outsiders. That's a cool plot. And I like that I have a microphone and a camera, a weekly audience of 67 people watching live right now throughout our 3 channels. And I'd like to be able to direct attention to things and projects like that. And what is our responsibility? How can you ensure, Marcus and Darius, that a movie like this doesn't go under the radar again? What can we do? Everyone, even live chat, how can you help us talk about a movie like this or a streaming show before it comes out?
Well, first of all, everybody go watch it on Prime Video, because that's where I've been able to find it most readily here through a quick internet search. We can all do reviews. We could join up for a review of the movie if you want to, for sure. We could keep picking out movies like that, even if we're heading straight to the streaming services to find them that mirror that type of setup, right? That type of originality, somewhat implied. It kind of feels like maybe like Civil War mixed with Resident Evil, something like that. I don't necessarily feel like the whole Civil War aspect of it has to be racial, given what's going on in the rest of the country. Like, it could just be it could be more of a regional thing. It could have devolved into, different militia factions. Like, there's a lot of things that happens in a post-apocalyptic world that doesn't necessarily have to be black and white. So I like that out, so that we don't have to spend the whole movie likening it back to the first Civil War. There's a lot interesting here. The only thing that concerns me is that I saw a woman in the yard. I saw a woman in the yard, and boy,
she should have stayed in. She probably should have stayed in the yard.
I like that movie is so much less than I liked Danielle Detweiler's appearance in the Hateful Eight, or is it not the Hateful Eight?
Harder They Fall.
Harder They Fall. Yeah, she was so much better in that than she was in this movie. Lady in the Yard was a mess of a movie to me. So that kind of worries me about her as a lead.
I'll go as far as saying 48.
Sorry on that. I wasn't gonna bring that up, but you did. But yeah.
Yeah, Lady in the Yard wasn't good. Say 40 Acres and Sinners are my favorite movies of the year.
What can we do? How? Is there a website? Is there, like, I follow Strong Black Lead on Instagram just to see what's going on Netflix. I'm on the ball when it came to covering Cross, when something like Supercell came, covering it, right? But things are seeping under the cracks. I checked out Government Cheese. It began with him in jail. I said, I'm good. I don't need this. I checked. I just feel bad for 40 Acres, slipping under the cracks and not getting covered. Is there a website that you recommend? Is there a Twitter blog? Like, where do you guys go to know this is next, the next Black project? And hopefully it's not negative, stereotypical, the stuff that we don't really celebrate. I don't celebrate, at least.
There's a couple of pages that I follow that are like that, like Positive Black Media, I think is a page I follow on Twitter. And there's another one that just kind of follows Black leads or Black produced or directed projects. Let's see if I can get to Twitter and find it.
I tell you that because we found a Kickstarter for that show that was called The Comic Shop, and The Comic Shop has been kickstarted successfully. They reached their $160K US, and it's in our genre. We love superheroes. We know the jokes are going to be superhero oriented. It's like The Office, like a workplace comedy. and it's something that we tracked last year. Maybe now it's gonna get its trailer. I think sometime this week at San Diego Comic-Con. We'll review the trailer next week because we're on the comic shop. The comic shop is something that's boom on the radar. We know it's coming. We're gonna chat about it. We hope it's good. We hope that the guy who does the same voice for Harry Osborn in Spider-Man animated is gonna be doing a good job in his live action acting performances. His name is Zeno Robinson. I'm rooting for that. Dwayne says these types of films just don't get marketed properly. Chill. Yeah, and I'm here to like supersede the marketing. Yeah, it sucks. Cool. Chillmonger's willing to market for free, and I want to just know where to look or who's keeping track.
I also think that's a good example of what a marketing push, right? The money behind it will do, right? They would have been able to maybe even shape a narrative about the movie if they spent enough money on it, on them doing so, of them pumping information into the zeitgeist, into the internet, into the social media platforms, onto mass media like the television stations and the radio broadcast. Like, I don't want to make it seem like they're just mesmerizing people into buying stuff, but there is a bit of hey, I've heard so much about this throughout my day. Like, I woke up in the morning and on the car ride to work, I heard about Superman. And then I was watching TV on my break and I saw the commercial. And then when I went home to watch the game later, they showed a clip during the halftime, right? And then my son said he saw something about it when he was watching his cartoons earlier. Like, that type of constant reminder that the product is available is a signal to buy. And it does get a lot of common thinkers, this is a nice way of putting it, to go out and purchase things. So that sometimes can be the difference between your film having tremendous legs or having a tremendous opening weekend and it going quietly to streaming services like 40 Acres is the difference of about $125 million in a marketing budget.
I donated. Yeah.
To the comic shop. That's what's up. I can't wait to see that series, actually. I'm pretty excited to see it.
I was referring to the studios, not you, Chill. These types of films just don't get marketed properly. I know.
We ending on racist Hulk.
Are we?
I just think it's so funny how like some people were unaware that Hulk Hogan was kind of a devout racist, and they're like, whoa, where's all this Hulk Hogan smoke? It's like, man, y'all late to the party. Y'all are late to the party.
Hey, you know why Darius is so quiet? Because he's looking at tweets and answering them. Oh, without question.
I actually, when I was just looking for that site, I saw Fatal J said it was better than Superman.
So did Darius, and then he's like, I know we got a live show right now, but let me just tweet it.
Things that I didn't expect to hear was Josh from Den of Nerds. I love Superman. You couldn't have made me bet even $1 on that one this year. And then Fatal J saying that Fantastic Four was better than Superman. Not after the last 3.5 weeks we didn't have this man battling Superman haters. Absolutely not. But yeah, man, Hulk Hogan is a racist, and I don't think anybody cares about his passing, unfortunately. That's kind of what you do when you leave a crappy life.
Indeed.
When someone like Hulk Hogan dies, yes, we have to talk about what he did. And I'm not the person who I am without Hulk Hogan's contributions to the pro wrestling world. I respect everything in that, like the workload. I like that. Good for him. Sometime in 2006, though, there was a tape that was recorded of him getting freaky. It was embarrassing. And there was audio part of that tape where he was just chit-chatting with his woman. And in that, I heard racist things that they could not change the way I think about a man who's traveled by this point in time to every country in the world, interacted with so many men and women wrestlers. I'm not mad at him for any of his union busting with Jesse Ventura or drugs.
You're not
or
mad at him for that?
any hypocritical. I'm not talking about that at all. He voted for the Republicans and went to the RNC, brother. That's cool. That has nothing to do with what I'm about to say about his character here. I actually not going to say it. Showmonger's about to show you the leaked audio. So this was leaked in 2016. That's when it came out, but it was 10 years old when it came out.
She jumps on something because I just shelled out $2-3 million for her music, and I've been finding helpers, I've done everything, fucking with damn day and night on the radio like a jackass, and he's working with me to make it work. He goes out and really shouldn't call her every day and do the shit I do. Just stop, started this black billionaire guy. Says something. She's like basically did more for her a year than anybody's done. Okay, he had one song after 10 months to shoot her back step and momentum, but I try to be the realist, and this is your option. You got a better option. I said, you can sign the fucking. He's gonna put $500 million. I know it right now, there's nothing else. We're doing the best we can. So it gets to the point where I really broke was fucking the black and the sun. We've been hanging out. I got hold hands together on tour. Never get close to time to go on. People fucking good. I'm not a double standard type guy. I'm a racist to a point. Yeah. You know,
Racist to a point.
We all are that way. Yeah, like when it comes to my people, you can't say. I don't give a fuck if you're dirty. I don't care. I'm a football player. I'm a basketball player. That happens. If we're gonna fuck with vendors, we'll see the original. The kid is a multi-billionaire. But the thing is, now we start doing these nasty emails, so someone will write a relationship. And so now don't ever talk to anybody. No.
Since that day, the WWE said he won't be in our Hall of Fame on our website. They removed him, and it was kind of like, oh, he's gone, right? 2 years, 3 years later, at a pay-per-view, the WWE invited him back, okay? He did his apology, I think, on Good Morning America the very day that release, or the next day. He thought he was cool. It's been 2 years. He comes to the WWE, has a locker room closed door meeting with all of the talent there, and he told them this. This is coming from Titus O'Neil, who attended that. He says, "To my gracious fans in the WWE universe, the reports and rumors concerning my boycotting Extreme Rules," that's the name of the pay-per-view, "in Pittsburgh is false and inaccurate. I was not scheduled to attend or be a participant in Extreme Rules. The talent present in Pittsburgh, which I was a part of, was asked to attend a mandatory meeting in which Mr. Terry Bollea," that's Hulk Hogan's name, Terry Bollea. And I love that he used the real name, because we're not talking about the character. And we don't get to say, oh, that was all a work. I was playing a heel, brother. Mr. Bollea addressed everyone, informed the same that he would be reinstated into the Hall of Fame. At no point during, after, or otherwise did I make any scene concerning Mr. Bollea's communication to the talent. In addition, let it be known that I did not refuse to shake Mr. Bollea's hand. We did not have any type of one-on-one interaction whatsoever that would or did necessitate any exchange between us individually. I want to just stop and talk about what that means. When they try to say, all these wrestlers, they're all cool with it, they let it slide. Why can't you? Because the wrestlers, he's saying, no. Don't let any of those rumors come out that I was buddy-buddy with him or anything. And that's rare for WWE talent to go against what the company probably wants, which is, this is all water under the bridge, swept under the rug.
Booker T! Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
I'll pull up his tweets next. Actually, he doesn't have them. So
no, he's the company man. He's the one that's going along to get along. So shout out to Titus.
As to the reinstatement of Bollea, I can only communicate that I am a proponent of second and even third chances. Let me get the page a little bit bigger. Actually, stick with me. You'll like it. There. Second and third chances, individuals that show true remorse, acknowledgement of wrongdoing, fulfill their punishment if applicable, and otherwise put forth sincere efforts to correct the issues. And to everyone going, Oh, you see? You're supposed to forgive. That's what Titus O'Neil's saying. Bro, in 2016, I'm right there with you. I'm saying, wow, how could this whole Terry Bollea guy think that way? He is warped, but it's not over for him. Maybe something happened in the last 10 years to make him not do that anymore. Maybe he'll have good answers to questions and not, oh, when I'm with Lil Wayne and the rapper friends, it's a good word. It's a term of endearment, and I didn't mean it that way. That's not how you meant it in that video where I saw you specifically explain who can and cannot date your daughter. It was disgusting. It was pure, utter racism. And I'm not mad because you said a bad word. I'm mad because of the person I believe you are and how you believe and how you think. Marcus?
Fam, it's amazing, but it gets even worse than this. It gets even worse than, oh, I'd like to have my daughter date an 8 foot tall M-word if she's gonna date an M-word. His son, Aaron.
I'll get to the son phone call in prison. That's all. That's on the docket. Let's keep going. Let's keep going to this because that was years later.
Oh my God! It gets so much worse than this.
Unfortunately, I must echo the sentiment and dissatisfaction expressed by many of my fellow contemporaries concerning Mr. Bollea's apology and its lack of true contrition, remorse, and desire to change. Again, let me tell you how Vince McMahon has these men in 2016. When he was in charge, you cannot go against the company. Nothing you say. If that was a closed door meeting, talent only. This is rare. Some wrestlers are speaking out, and Titus was not the only one. All 3 members of the New Day had a joint statement too. That's how important it is to people like Titus. So he says, fortunately, remorse desired for change. Mr. Bollea's apology that he didn't know he was being recorded is not remorse for the hateful and violent utterances he made, which reprise language that has caused violence against blacks and minorities for centuries. I stand firm in my position that Mr. Bollea is entitled to reinstatement. He was and is a role model, hero, icon, countless people. I hope that Mr. Bollea's missteps in communicating to the WWE talent in Pittsburgh are not repeated to his fans, and I expect that he shall pursue an agenda that clearly communicates to all third parties that his language was inappropriate, wrong, and should not be tolerated in a civilized and inclusive society. As the father of 2 young black men, I have spent their entire life and the majority of my adult life with a singular focus being a role model for my children and young black boys and girls. I have tremendous pride in my charity work and the community outreach programs that I have fostered via the platform I've been given. I teach my sons love and tolerance for everybody, but I also teach them to operate in truth and respect. I hope this clears up any confusion. I, like New Day, will continue to use my platform to positively affect, entertain, embrace, celebrate, and love people from all backgrounds, both inside and outside the WWE universe. And the New Day quote, maybe I don't need to show you this, but like it's a stream. We don't really have time limits, right? To the WWE, this will be the only statement we will make regarding Hogan's reinstatement to the Hall of Fame. We do not wish to spend the energy debating this point because between our kids and external ventures at the job, our energy is spread thin enough already. LOL. They can't be bothered by this. The part where they mention the stuff is in the second. On a personal level, when someone makes racist and hateful comments about any race or group of people, especially to the degree that Hogan made about our people, we find it difficult to simply forget, regardless of how long ago it was, or the situation in which those comments were made. But we also do not respond with more feelings of hate. Instead, we just do not associate with the people who convey or have conveyed this negative and hurtful mindset. This instance will be no different. Perhaps if we see him make a genuine effort to change, then maybe our opinion will change with him. Time will tell. Bro, that was the feeling with the black talent in the WWE in 2018, 2 years after everything became public. That's where we were. Now, is he entitled to a second chance that I would give? Yes, he is. What can you do in these 2-3 years? We cut to the video that Marcus was bringing up, which is when the phone call, another leaked phone call.
Good God.
He was in jail. His son was in jail. And who had him?
For a wreck. Yeah. For a car accident. So just put yourself in the mindset of, oh my God, my child's been in a tremendous car wreck. A lot of things going through my mind right now. Just let's see if this is the thing that pops into your mind.
Did they delete it off of YouTube?
Did they? All right, well, I can describe it.
The Blizzak guys are in jail, bro. It was a leak.
Man, oh man.
Oh, it's giving me so much of like the current day news because
A hassle about it. Yeah, let's just describe it. So essentially, the other individual that Hulk Hogan's son got into a wreck with was black, and Hulk Hogan, in his infinite wisdom, thinks, oh my God, if my son actually kills this man and he dies, we'll all be reincarnated as black people. Because my son will have killed a black man in his former life. What are we going to do if we all come back to life as black people? That's so much worse to me than I don't want my white daughter dating black men. Like that's so standard. I think like this is just I've seen that a million times, even from people who claim that they're not racist. But then you're not concerned about your son's well-being. You ain't even really concerned about the well-being of the individual that your son hit. You're just worried about how his actions are going to make you black in your next life. What do you do with that? What kind of racism is that? What is that? Well, that's not even let him learn from his mistakes and come back. That's why when I hear Booker T's ass try to throw cover for Hulk Hogan, even in as late as I think an interview was this year, talking about Hulk Hogan wasn't racist because we had a buddy bunny moment in the locker room one time. Like, come on, man, come on, bro. Even I get the setup that you were given in the beginning, but I put all of the union busting. You found it? Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh, it's bleeped.
That means my best friend.
It's got the words on there.
You know that God gave you this vibe and this energy that you and I are gonna live forever, bro. I just hope you don't come back with a couple. I don't want to say it. Blizzak gives eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Blizzak gives eyes. I think that's pretty clear to understand. But if you don't get it, when you add the words or the zzz between that, you're actually it's like Pig's Latin, I think is what it's called. But wrestlers have it. It's called Carney. The way they speak that way, he said black eyes. Blizzak gives eyes.
It's so
Some
funny.
Blizzak guy.
It's so funny, these guys like him and all the crowd he comes from, how they all are so, Christian. How he's just like God. And, I'm sure when he opened his eyes, he was in for a shock.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I do.
It's down in St. Pete, and it's mixed race, and we get along with everybody, so that's fine.
Your mom was there, and so it was mainly blue. You know what I'm saying? And some of the ladies there that run the school are nice blue ladies.
I would go down there. I would make friends with all of the kids down there. I guarantee it. Because you know how all the Blizz kids love them.
Damn,
Sheesh.
every time I look for a story, it's just talking about the most recent one. I want to show you that he had a model for his Hulk Hogan All-American beer. There was 3 of them. One of them was a black woman. And this was recently, maybe 2 years ago. He goes, oh, cool, nice to see you. Smiles in her face. She was fired for simply existing.
I think he found out she was black.
He's a perennial racist. Was a perennial racist, and that was his nature. That's who the man was. After being outed, you would think, ooh, how embarrassing. All right, let me do the steps. Let me change. It was never that. It was, let me hit Good Morning America the very next day, do my apology, and then explain why it's okay and how rap music and he was gone. I never respected him since that moment. I love that his final appearance in wrestling was on January. He was in Inglewood, California. He came out and they booed. Even O'Shea Jackson, he was in the crowd and he booed. And that's how I think he earned that on his way out. Now, his wrestling, tremendous match with The Rock, his wrestling persona, character, what he's going to like. People, I was gonna compliment it. I was gonna say that was good work. I was gonna give it points.
But you don't feel like it's diminished at all because of all of this?
Terry Bollea is a jackass. The Hulk Hogan character, what Vince McMahon produced, the matches that he had, that doesn't mean he's not good at that. So I'll say the same with Chris Benoit. I hate what he did to his family, but the talent speaks for itself. That you can commend the talent, the in-ring, the product. The person, though, I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. He was a bad person, and he was good at wrestling.
So I do think it kind of bleeds, right? Because we can set all of the racist stuff on Terry Bollea, right? But then this is kind of my point about the union busting stuff. Who do we lay that at the feet of? Is that Terry too, or is that Hulk? Because it's like they're when you kind of peel you peel the curtain back and you look behind the scenes of some of this stuff, knowing that full on well that's the same guy. Like yes, we're supposed to take those goggles off when we're watching the ring, but like we know as an audience, like especially now we have so much more information than what we had in the 90s and the 80s and stuff like that. Like we actively know what type of guy this man is. That's why it played out the way it did the last time he had his WWE appearance, is because you can only fake it so much. And so now what are people actually going to remember in the aftermath? You brought up Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit has some of the greatest matches of all time. People are never not going to remember him for what he's remembered for. It's just, it is what it is. Wrestling fans, common fans, all the same, are going to remember Chris Benoit for what he ultimately did at the end of his life. So I won't say that for most Hulk Hogan fans, it'll be like that, but just in general, I feel like his name is kind of tarnished. It will never reach back, no matter how much rehab the WWE tries to do. It'll never reach what it probably was supposed to be before we knew what we know about him.
Don't underestimate a fan's willingness to live with nostalgia. No, I know all that other stuff, but he's the man. But a guy like Darius never watched a minute of a wrestling match. If I asked him, I'll ask you right now, Darius. Is there any redeeming qualities to this Hulk Hogan guy, this Terry Bollea man who died?
I didn't even know who the fuck Terry was this whole time. No. He said, if we're going to hang out with him, let's at least get a rich one. No, there is no redeeming. No.
I'm just kind of worried because I don't want to come back as a Blizzakizigizin, a Blizikin Gizin, a Bleaky Ziki. I don't want to come back as a Bleaky Ziki. You know what I mean?
You want to be a Bleaky Ziki now.
I don't want to be a Bleaky Ziki.
Yeah, well.
That's what Kevin Feige said for Black Panther 2. Maybe not the Blizziki Ziki.
More Bleaky Zikis.
Yeah, no, there's no redeeming qualities for that. No, it's nothing they can do. That's all I know him as a racist. I mean, obviously I know he wrestles, but when I see his name, I hear brother and some N words and hard R's, and
it's the brazenness for me. It's the fact that he feels like his persona can just outweigh that, because it's us that he's hating on, so that he'll be able to just outlive it. He can do all of these very public heinous things and then think he's going to sell beer. Like, fam, did David Duke try to sell spirits? No, he stayed in his racist lane. See, you want to be David Duke racist and be commercially acceptable. Like that, those things don't go together. They've never gone together. Even at the height of racism's prominence, it still wasn't very popular. When they started putting that shit on camera and everybody could watch it, shit changed, right? It's just not a very popular stance. So the brazenness to think that he can hold those opinions, constantly let them get out to the public sphere and continue on in the public eye. I'm glad it ended the way that it ended for him. Not in a physical sense, but in terms of what the viewing public felt about him in his last appearances.
He wasn't good at wrestling. Ask any wrestler. Yeah, if you just limit it to chain wrestling, grappling, in ring, move to move, you're right. He wasn't very qualified or skilled, but wrestling is about way more than just that. Yeah, so I can't say that. What's gross is Hulk Hogan let all the black fans love him, but never admitted he was racist while he's wrestling. It's weird. Oh,
Show didn't come out and be like, I don't want all you Blizzakians coming over here.
you're tall enough. You're tall enough.
I don't know. What racist is ever gonna come out and do that? I mean, I specifically remember during 2020 when OU decided to sit out or whatever it was they decided to do. All those fans that cheer for those black boys to carry that pigskin up and down that field, and oh, those are my guys, were turning their backs on those guys, and oh, well, what you guys? So racist is gonna be racist regardless, and I just don't think they're gonna come out and tell their paying fans, hey, love your money, hate your skin.
Tell Booker T that, bro, because Booker T's like, no, there's no way he was racist. He was a fan of. He was with me, and he asked me to get a raise, and I liked him, and we had a good relationship. Yeah, same with
God
those
damn,
OU
Booker.
football fans. Like you worked, you were okay. There was a limit to how there was like you were okay. You were cool. I'll go to the Booker T moment.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I
For
keep track.
Darius, Booker T is a wrestler, won a championship 6 times, one of the few black wrestlers to
Spin
ever.
Rooney.
Okay.
You know Spin Rooney, right? You don't know Spin Rooney?
Ravioli?
Hi, Booker. Just want to say, huge fan.
Juggy Ducky.
And we were just talking before about your most embarrassing moments. I just wanted to know, what was the backlash of that? Did like Bischoff or Turner have a go at you?
You know, that's the crazy thing. I just had Hulk Hogan on my radio show last week.
Sorry,
this is
unsolicited?
2019.
Oh, okay. I thought this was
I just had Hulk Hogan on my radio show just last week, and people labeled Hulk Hogan a racist when that happened. You know, not when that happened, but when he made his comments and whatnot, people labeled him a racist. And I say, you normally know a racist by the people that they hang with, their friends.
Oh,
you normally
Lord.
know a racist by their kids. You know, and
hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my rock time
I said,
girl.
man, that was a moment right there for Hulk Hogan. If he was a racist, I said, a racist would have said, man, I'm going to get this sucker fired. I'm going to do my best to get him out of here. A racist would have said, man, I'm going to have him working for me now.
Man.
You know, that's what a racist would have did. But I asked Hulk Hogan, why didn't he get me fired? Why didn't he go to the office and lobby to get me out of there? And he goes, it was like he was in shock. He was like, brother, I heard that word, many times, and so it wasn't anything. He said,
I'm about to punch you dead in your
most of all,
face.
I wouldn't go and try to get another one of the wrestlers fired, as well as the following day in catering. It's crazy. Macho Man Savage.
You're not ready for this.
Hulk Hogan, my brother and myself, we're in catering, and Macho Man Savage sees Hulk Hogan. He says, Hulk, what do you think about Booker T calling you the N-word? And Hulk Hogan goes, well, if I'm an N-word, I'm a good N-word. And that was it. And Hulk Hogan and I.
Man, first of all, he looks like a great value version of the 90s Busta Rhymes. Second, I don't know why black and brown people, some black and brown people, feel as if if they turn on their own people and try to assimilate and try to be as yes massa as possible, that they're going to be accepted. It doesn't matter how much you tap dance or what you do there, you're never going to be accepted. So brother, behind the scenes, you were that hard R. That's crazy. That was
biscuit.
crazy. I don't know shit about none of that stuff between the wrestling world, but that was crazy.
I can't wait for Dre Mac tomorrow morning.
Taste that onion sauce.
I'm gonna send him clips of Swerve Strickland and Booker T going at it on the radio, the DJ Vlad interview and everything, because we got to cover that. Because
I have never seen a nigga tap dance so hard. Oh my god! I mean, like, you know, a man is racist when he by who he associates with. So if he say nigga to your face, he's not racist until you find out who his friends are. If he tells you about a fear of being reincarnated as a black man, he can't be racist until you find out who he last had a beer with. Gotcha, Booker T. I'm gonna put that shit in the book for sure, because I didn't learn that. I didn't know that. Thank you for bringing me that information. I wasn't aware that we had to first learn who his friends are and whether or not they racist to determine whether or not the racist things they said make them racist.
Yeah, that's all it is, right?
Got it.
And he does commentary for the WWE right now, and Booker T will continue having that position so long as those paychecks keep coming in.
Yeah, of course. He's one of them good ones. Good boy. That's the type of person that Trump was talking to when he said, "Look at my African American." It's that type. Those are the ones.
Look at my African American over there. He's so happy. So happy to be here.
So happy.
So happy to be
so
here
happy.
With the Blizzak eyes.
The blacks for Trump. You know I love him.
So in January, I told you he got booed in Inglewood. TMZ Sports sat down with Mark Henry, and this
World's
is what it looks
strongest
like.
man.
Yes, please don't disappoint us, Mark. Another former champion.
Oh, no.
Way to get everybody involved.
One thing that stood out that people are talking about was the universe's reaction to Hulk Hogan. You surprised to see the Hulkster, you know, one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time, get booed a little bit in Los Angeles?
I mean, that's arguable. Anytime that you consider the Mount Rushmore in the top 10 of wrestling all time, Hogan is always going to be in that top 10.
Nah. You guys didn't peep that. He said that's arguable, and then he went
arguable.
Then he said Mount Rushmore, which is 4 faces, and then he expanded that to top 10. Anytime he mentioned the top 10, so keep going, Mark. So far, so good.
But right now, you know, with the social climate and the things that he said and done, and his lack of effort to try to fix it, people are going to come down on him. I never had an issue with him before I heard all of the stuff. And even then, I believe in giving second chances.
Absolutely.
Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a fix-it person. I'm not going to dwell on the negative. I'm not going to talk about the past. We're going forward. And he never wanted to go forward and fix it. So, you know, that's what happens when you think that everything is going to go away. It's not going to go away.
We've talked in the past about
that.
He gave way more room than I would have given, and even still he fell short. So I'm okay with that answer, right? He gave more room than what was even expected, and even still you couldn't meet the standard. So
I love that answer. It's all about second chances, recognizing that, and then no, Hulk Hogan or Terry Bollea did not want to go the right path, and we drop him in the dust. That is how I will remember him, Terry Bollea. Great wrestler, great, fantastic character, phenomenal contributions. That's it. Who's gonna be the next world? Who you got, Darius? Is it gonna be Trick Williams or Obafemi? Who's the black wrestler to hold the title next? Is Carmelo Hayes? Who you got?
It should be Montez. It was gonna be Jade, but it should be Montez.
Look, I swear, Darius, you guys can't see it, but he unmuted himself and then he just he muted it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I have no fucking clue.
I wanted to hear your answer though. It would have been funny. Probably
Montez
The Rock again,
has
to be
been
honest.
getting done dirty.
I think he's sullied. I think he is stuck. He's that Dolph Ziggler. We're good. You're in the mid card forever. Let's do it with Trick Williams instead because he's killing it.
Who you talking about, Mello?
Trick Williams. Trick Williams should be the next
Williams
champion. He's in NXT right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
We hit all the points. That was Pantheon for you. I got time. We want to read comments for 10 minutes? Oh, guess not. All right then. Thanks for coming to Pantheon. We appreciate your viewership and your fandom, right? Chillmonger, subscribe if you're watching on Back of the Bus or Darius's channel Planet Fanatics. If you're watching on mine, these guys got channels too. What do you guys have cooking there?
You know, you can catch me on Sundays live at 4:30 on Back of the Bus, doing W's and L's and going through all of the media and entertainment news on Behind the Cape. Come catch us there.
For myself, live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m.
Bust down Pantheonas. Cue to Josh.
Bust down Pantheonas. Bust down Pantheonas.
Hey, I've been watching y'all every single time on Thursday and Friday because I swear to God, y'all switch up every now and then. But rock out. I'm fucking with it. I'm out.
Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
I know.
Boy.